Let's talk about how to design your own workout program. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I get a lot of text messages from people who say, hey, I'm going out of town. I need a workout for 3 days or for a week. I'll be out of town. And for non-clients, I don't always have the time to do this. So I'm going to give you a crash course on how to do it yourself. The first thing we're going to do is prioritize our goals. Typically, this falls within 2 categories, upper body or lower body. Then we're going to determine how much time we have. So a 30-minute workout could look very different than a 2-hour workout. Then we're going to determine what equipment we have access to. So typically I'll tell people use equipment that you don't normally have access to just so we can get a different stimulus and to kind of change training up just a little bit to avoid boredom and stagnation. I typically will go, if someone's staying at a hotel, I will go to that website and look up the gallery of photographs for their fitness center, and then I'll be able to determine, what they have. So pre-planning this is going to be one key to your success. We will also prioritize multi-jointed exercises, okay? So exercises that require multiple joints. So for instance, an overhead press is going to include the shoulder and the elbow joint. The reason we want to prioritize these is because we hit more muscle groups. We get more bang for our buck with these. And then you want to do the taxing exercises first. So if I want to do a heavy deadlift, I wouldn't put that at the end of my workout when I'm tired and I'm gassed and I don't have all of the effort that's needed to put into that heavy deadlift. So I would put those towards the top of your workout. We're going to focus on the 8 core patterns of movement. By focusing on the 8 core patterns of movement, you're hitting every major muscle group in your body. Okay, so we'll go over these real quick. Squat, hinge, this would be like a deadlift or a glute bridge or a hip thrust. Unilateral, which is typically referring to a lower body, so a reverse lunge, a step up, a Cossack squat, something that's on one side of your body. Horizontal push, an example of that would be a bench press or a push-up. Horizontal pull is going to be a row or a face pull. Vertical push would be like an overhead press. A vertical pull would be something like a lat pull down or pull-ups. And finally, our transitional / jumps. Transitional would be something where your base of support is changing, so like a farmer's carry, and then jumps are pretty self-explanatory. When I'm designing this workout, let's say I have upper body goals. I want to work my upper body on day 1. That doesn't mean we skip lower body. That just means that we put our upper body stuff first, okay? So in this case, I have a horizontal push, so something like a push-up or a bench press, into a unilateral, which may be a step up. And then for our accessory, we're going to put a single jointed exercise such as a bicep curl or a lateral raise. You could also put something for abs there, like planks, sit-ups, crunches, whatever you like to do for abs, or something fun, okay? So depending on your goals, that will depend on your rep range here. So if you want to go heavy, typically the reps will be lower. If you want to go more for endurance or hypertrophy, the reps would be higher. And in this example, let's say we just want to get a good full body workout in. I may put 15 reps the first set, 12 the second set, 10 the first set. Same here, maybe it's a little bit more taxing lower body, so we might start with 12 reps, then go down to 10, then go down to 8. So as the reps are decreasing, ideally you'd be adding more weight to each set. And then here, let's just say we're doing bicep curls. I might do 15, 15, and 15. I don't typically change the rep schemes for the accessories just because they're less taxing. So the first round I would do 15, and then I would go into my unilateral 12 and then 15. Then I'm going to go back up to the top to that second set. I'll do 12 reps, I'll do 10 reps, 15, and then I'm going to go back up here and finish these 10 reps, 8 reps, and 15 reps. Now you're done with this set. You'll move on now to the second set where we've started with a horizontal pull, such as a row or a face pull. Same thing, determine the amount of reps that you want to do based on your goal, and then cycle through these 3 times before moving on to that third set, where once again we're starting with an upper body with a vertical push. I might do 12 of these the first set, increase the weight, do 10 the second set, and then go to 8 the third set. Here we have our hinge. Since it's an upper body day, we're not really prioritizing that. So I might do 10, 10, and 10. And then once again, the single jointed, pick your poison for that. Let's say maybe I'll do an abs and we'll do a 1 minute plank. All right, we'll do 3 rounds of that. And then our workout is done. Now this format of a workout takes about 1 hour. I do the same thing over here, except I prioritize the lower body, okay? Let's say you don't have an hour. You can always cross off this accessory, since it's a little bit of fluff, all right? So it's not completely necessary. We just want to focus on these multi-jointed exercises here, all right? So hopefully this helps you get an idea of how to design your own workout program. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I would love to help y'all be able to design your own workout program. And of course, if you would follow me on Instagram, abovethebar.fitness. Send me any questions on there through DM, and I'd love to help. Thanks for watching.